Hi, I'm Cynthia Schiller. Please like and subscribe where we help and heal one day at a time. So, should we suggest counseling? Is that a good or bad idea? What will happen if we do? When you're talking with a narcissist, be very, very careful. It's a good idea not to go into couples counseling. Separate counseling is going to be good. If you go to couples counseling, often they will confuse the psychiatrist or therapist. They're not going to give the exact truth. They're going to make themselves out like they're trying everything. They're going to be very convincing. Um, a lot of times, narcissists don't even get diagnosed with NPD, narcissistic personality disorder, because they know how to use the word salad, confuse even therapists. So they're not going to be truthful. If they are truthful, it's a lot of times going to be really hurtful. It's not going to be kind spoken. You're going to come out of the therapy feeling like the enemy, feeling like everything you did was wrong. Remember, they don't really see our side. They're always going to be defensive. So it can kind of tear down, bring more baggage. Because it's going to be done in a hurtful way because they're trying to protect themselves. Should they go to counseling? Yes. If you suggest it, be real careful how you do it because they're going to take it as offense that there's something wrong with them. So if you say something like, you need to go to counseling, you cheated on me or you lied to me or whatever it is that they're doing wrong, they're going to feel victimized. They're going to be angry. They're going to be upset. A lot of them don't want to go into counseling unless they start to realize that maybe um, whatever's going on in their head is overwhelming, or they're starting to realize that they're just losing everything in their life. So they might be motivated by themselves. If they do go to counseling with you, um, a lot of times when you get in the car, you think that the therapy session went great. Okay, so you guys are communicating because they got that third party looking in. So they're going to try to do things the right way, or they're just going to put everything on you. There's two different ways it can go. But once you get into that car, you think we're finally making progress. That's when they're going to be angry, a lot of rages. They're going to tear you apart. It's actually a lot of times more damaging for the relationship. So if there's counseling, it's best to go separately because there's probably some things that, the hurt that you have, it's good to work through. Also asking, for communication skills on how to talk to a narcissist, how to set boundaries, because boundaries are really hard once you get into that devaluation stage. It's really hard to set boundaries because if you accept one broken boundary, they apologize, just half-assed apology, and we accept it. They think they can get away with it over and over again. And just be really aware that if you do suggest couples counseling, it can be sometimes damaging. Usually in narcissistic relationships, it is not a good idea. Just something to think about before you bring it up. If you do decide you still want to go with couples therapy, just be aware what the possible outcome could be, and also just even suggesting counseling to a narcissist. Um, they don't like those narcissistic injuries where they're not seen as perfect. So it's really hard to bring back a relationship to a good standing, to where you communicate the right way, because they don't like to do it. They don't understand how to do it. And I'm sure you guys have talked to your blue in the face. There's like almost no progress. There's appeasement where they'll say, okay, I'll try or I'll do this. And when it comes down to it, they just don't change. They're unable to change. Going to therapy, if they become self aware, some might start to reflect if the devastation or supply loss is great enough. But they're very easy to dispose of people, um, easy for them to move on, and it's really hard to get them to go to counseling. So often when they say, I'm sorry, I noticed we're doing things wrong, I don't want you to leave, I promise I'll go to therapy. Um, Kind of set some time limits because otherwise it's just going to be prolonged. You never know what they're going to do. And ask for a proof because they could often just lie about it. Say, yeah, I'm doing really great. Every Tuesday at 6 o'clock I go, and they're going to lie about it. So sometimes that's why we want to go to couple counseling, to kind of motivate them to see that they're making progress. But couples counseling for narcissistic personality relationships, not a good idea. Separate counseling could be helpful. So please like and subscribe. Just something to be aware of. I'll see you next time.